Hello, it's Coy, and welcome to the Eclectic Cottage. And happy 12th night. Yes, the 12 days of Christmas are officially over. And here in Louisiana, that means that the carnival season begins. So I'm here, and I thought that I would, turn the camera on because I want to do a little journaling in my Junk Journal January journal. And I want to thank Meg from Meg's Journals for hosting, Junk Journal January and Junk Journal July every year, because it gives a reminder to us on how important it is to do a little journaling for ourselves. I am a journaler from way back, but you get busy these days, busy making junk journals for everybody else. Sometimes we forget to journal for ourselves. So in my last video, my last Junk Journal January video, I did prompts 1 through 4. That was resolutions, a quote, a throwback, are all these older pictures of my daughter, and a tuck spot. I used another picture of my daughter, made this tuck spot where I can tuck the little journal card in there, so I always have the prompts ready when I open the book. Okay, day number 5 was yesterday, daily log. I did really quickly do this little daily log entry. It's nothing special. I may end up putting, some decorative things around it as we go. Maybe even tonight. And I'm not going to go over it in too much detail. It's just something that I was writing down on a piece of paper, logging on a piece of paper. Not something I'm going to be tracking for very long, so I didn't put a lot of detail in it. But that's my prompt number 5. And number 6 is memory. Memories today. And today's also January 6th, which again is 12th night. So I thought I want to do a 2-page spread, so I'm not going to use this page yet. I'm going to use these two. So let me pull those out of the journal, set this aside, and see if we can't do a little Mardi Gras spread, since I have I've started 2 new journals for the year. My first one is going to be a Louisiana Mardi Gras Cajun type journal, and the other is going to be Italian. So I have those things around me, and that's what I'm going to use for my page tonight. I started this video once and Chi-Chi came and she did the whole, I'm going to stare at you and talk out loud to you because you're talking, and you've got to be ready to do something fun. Is that what you're talking about? That's what she does to me. So I had to just scrap that video, and I'm starting over. Anyway, I know that a lot of different cultures will celebrate today in different ways, and I think that on 12th night is the Feast of Epiphany, and that's when the wise men went to visit the Christ child for the first time after his death, after his birth, and so that's what 12th night means, I think, to, the Catholic religion. And I'm sure that has something to do with, Mardi Gras too, because Mardi Gras is very, the people in South Louisiana are very Catholically inclined. And, Mardi Gras ends on Fat Tuesday, which is the day before Ash Wednesday, which is when Lent starts. So all the weeks ahead of Lent are definitely filled with overconsumption, whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, whether it's things that they do there in New Orleans. It's a thing. And anyway, I'm sure that you all know plenty about that, so I'm not going to go into great detail here. Maybe as we start working on our Louisiana journal, we'll go over some of those things as time goes by. So I want to cover these pages to, you know, the Mardi Gras colors are green, gold, and purple. Pretty gaudy colors on their own, and they're usually just you know, it's purple. The purple is purple. The green is a very green, and the yellow or gold is, you know, right there. And maybe what? Maybe this and this. It's kind of got inspired, you know, to do this video by Carrie the Paper Monkey. I saw her video tonight on you know, on Mardi Gras also, and I got excited to see other, you know, to see someone else or other people, you know, with the, you know, that are local here to me with the same kind of interests, the same kind of thoughts and ideas. I'm starting my Louisiana journal. She said that she plans on starting one sooner or later with things that she's collecting. And she did a tag. I'm not going to do a tag, but I'm going to link her video in the description below so that you might want to go take a look at what she did. So let me know in the comments below if January 6th is something that you celebrate in any way. And, you know, a lot of times I don't know if it's really celebrated, but I may give a little nod to, I think I'm going to use, this is paper from Italy. It's straw paper from Rachel. It was in paper pack that I got from Rachel. And this is going to be my one little nod to the Italian journal that I'm doing. This Italian paper I'm going to use as the backer for something. I don't know exactly what we're making, but something's going to have that as a backer. And then I've also pulled out anything, you know, just a few things that I could find that are in these Mardi Gras colors. Some lace, some rickrack. Yeah, oh, this is, I just finished a bag of avocados. So, you know, how similar is that to that, right? Only greener. And I thought maybe if I could pull this off, maybe this green plastic I might be able, if I don't use it tonight, maybe I can use it somewhere in my, you know, they put these stickers on so hard, so, you know, tack down. No, that's not going to work. If I do, I'm going to have to use this side and just leave the sticker on. You know, they don't make them easy to peel off, do they? Okay, enough about that. All right, I could have had this part done before we started, but I didn't. This is my least favorite thing to do in junk journaling is trimming. I don't mind fussy cutting. You know, it's something that's necessary. You have to do it, right? But this just seems so unnecessary to have to trim off these white borders. Every printer I've ever owned, and I know I probably sound like a broken record, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just the one thing when I'm trimming these off, that's the one thing that runs through my head is having to trim off the white edges. I don't like it. You know, my printer is a Hewlett-Packard. How easy would it be for them to put on their mobile app, because I print from my iPad. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a desktop. I use my iPhone to make my videos, and I use my iPad, you know, for everything else. The iPad is where I print from, and you have to use the HP mobile app, and there's no place that I have found yet where you can print the full page, print borderless. How simple. I mean, every printer I've ever had, you could print borderless. Anyway, enough about that. It's done. It was only a couple pages. So let's see what we're going to do. Our 2 pages are this one and this one. So this one and this one. I want to cover those. Oh yeah, these are my little bits. Maybe I'm going to collage something using these little bits and bobs. Let me put them somewhere where they're not going to get lost. And we'll shuffle. All right. So how about this one over here? And this one over here? This I printed on, I just went into Procreate and, you know, added some text. So I think I'm going to use it as a page flip. Carrie on her channel, she made a tag, like a big tag. I don't think I saved quite enough room. Well, I could make it a big tag. We could either make it a large tag, but we would need a big pocket. Let's see. No, I think I'm just going to make it a page flip. A page flip. And my thought is, it's for memories. And I don't have a lot of Mardi Gras memories from 2024 yet, but I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will as we go. So I think maybe this side will be a page flip. Photos and different things, any memorabilia or anything can be added there. And here, maybe just a big pocket to stuff photos and tags and any this and that's that happen to cross my path between now and the end of the month. That might be fun. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So first I'm gonna do this side. And what do we need? A glue page. Glue page. I usually glue the smallest piece first. So this is a smaller piece. I'm going to put my glue here, and I'm just going to use glue stick. This Avery glue stick works very well for me. And here we go. I like it. It's not too mushy. And it will even, you can even glue fabric with it. All right. You do have to make sure when you're using glue stick that you get that everything's shiny. You get all the little spots. And unlike some of the other glues we use, you do have a second to work with it if you need to pull it off and reposition it, like I just did. With art glitter glue, with some of those glues, you better make sure you have it exactly where you want it when you put it down, because it dries fast. All right, let's give this a little trim. What, should we just fold it over? Maybe I'll fold the side over. If it doesn't go with whatever's on the next page, you can just collage over it. All right, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fold it over. Because I can, and because Mardi Gras is a big thing. It very well may, you know, use the page after, the page before to carry on this theme. That's a lot of what happens here this month. We have later in the month at the tattoo shop, we have paint party where we're painting Louisiana theme paintings, and the whole shop, the entire shop, my son, he says something. He decorates for every holiday, so he's got the whole shop. I wish you could see it. Maybe I could post a picture over on our Facebook group, the Eclectic Cottage Cafe. Post a picture sometime this week of what the shop looks like. It's so festive. It's so freaking festive right now. All right. It makes you happy just to walk in there and see what it looks like. All right, so that's that page. Let's do this one. This one, the green? Yes, I think we will. Over here, I just had some scraps on my desk the other day and just glued them down on that page way in the back of the journal. When I get to it, if that's not one of the prompts or not what I want to see on the page, I will just collage over it. Because we're junk journalers, that's what we do, right? That side's got blue, this side does not. Okay. All right, so there are some other junk journal channels, people that live in Louisiana. I'm not sure where, who they all are. I know, Carrie the Paper Monkey is, the only channel that I personally know. Someone did leave me, and I appreciate it, someone did leave me a comment the other day of some other channels that are also from Louisiana, and I intended to go check them out, and I haven't done so yet, but I will. I really want to do that because it's fun to know who's local. It's fun to know who's close by. Wouldn't it be fun to be able to, to get together with other, other people in the area that had similar interests? Because I don't have too many friends. I do have a few. I have a couple gals in DeRidder, which is my next town over. That's Betty and Charlene. They volunteer at the art gallery there, Real Art in DeRidder. Real Art DeRidder, I think is the name of the gallery. And sometimes I go in on Wednesdays and we junk journal together. So that's fun. I'm also considering doing like a little junk journal class sometime during this year at the tattoo shop, maybe on Sundays or something. That could be fun. Kind of build up a little community of fellow junk journalers. All right. All right, I missed a little spot right here, I think. And how this action happened right here, I'm not sure. But that's okay. We're not looking for perfection. This is a junk journal, and it's my own journal. I have to be a little bit more careful if I'm making, you know, a journal for somebody else, sort of. All right. I may put a piece of washi tape there, or it's going to be in the fold. It might not show, you know, too much when the other pages are tucked in. Like this. Let's see. Yeah, it's not really going to show at all, because that page is so white, has so much white in it. All right. And worst case scenario, I will get a, if it bothers me, I don't think it will, but if it were to bother me, I could always get a green watercolor marker or something and fill in that area. All right. All right, it's kind of bothering me at the moment, but it won't really be a big deal. All right, so here's my 2 pages. I think my flip is going to go on this side and my pocket on that side. What color do we want the pocket? Purple? Why, yes. I think we do. All right. A purple pocket. We already have these scraps. All right, we're building scraps. We're building scraps. Let me make my pocket about that size. That'll be a nice big scrap. And then I need some back of paper. Back of paper. This is those papers, those 5,000 papers that are in with your prescription from Walgreens. Glue this together. All right, very thin paper, so I doubled it, and I'm going to use that as the backer for my pocket. The pocket only needs to be about that size. All right, we're creating some New Year scraps. I want to be better about scrap busting this year. I do not want way too many scraps. So those scraps will come in handy on the project I'm working on right now. So I'm not going to worry too much about them, but I don't want an excessive buildup of scraps. That's easy to say the first 6 days of the year, right? All right, and a pocket. Let's make a pocket. What happened to the glue stick? I've been using, oh, here it is, over there with the top off. All right, what's everybody else up to? What's going on your desk? We're 6 days into the new year, and hopefully it's going to be a very crafty, very busy, crafty year for all of us. And all of you, if you're journaling along with us, if you're working along with the project, I'm going to try to do most of the 2 journals that I'm doing. I'm going to try to do most of them on video. So you are welcome to, if you don't, for those of you that don't have a YouTube channel, you're welcome to take your pictures and post them over on our Facebook page, which is the Eclectic Cottage Cafe on Facebook. You're welcome to show us your videos there so we can be inspired by you. We learn best from each other, and we're really hoping to build a little bit of community here in this new year. I know I just had, in the last 6 days, we've had here at the Eclectic Cottage on YouTube, we have had 61 new subscribers. So hello to all of you, and that's pretty amazing, pretty overwhelming thought. If you're new here, I do welcome you, and I hope to to see you in and out. Please, don't be shy. Don't hesitate to leave your comments, say hello. And if you would, it really helped my channel and help more people to join our little community. If you would, hit that like button, leave the comment. If you're here and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. That's very, very helpful for small channels like mine as we're getting started. All right, so pocket. That'll be a pocket. And then the flip. Let's do the same thing for this flip. All right, we need to get a backer page. That page. card maker. This is nice thick paper. I usually use a 28 or 32 pound paper when I'm printing, but I have used some just regular copy, just regular printer paper, just regular copy paper while I was waiting for my good paper to come in. So it's a lot thinner, like the, you know, the paper that we were using for this is very thin. So let me back it here. And my glue page. Making sure that there's not wet glue on it before I lay my flip down on it. I use the same pages over and over, or I have been lately. I just put them over to dry, and I'll use them over and over and over and over until I can't use them anymore. Okay. 12th night, January 6th, let the carnival season begin. And I was hoping to use some of those little fussy cuts to decorate this card with. And the reason I'm using this for memory is because even though I don't have the memories right now to put in it, I plan to have some Mardi Gras memories this year. And we'll add photos and thoughts, maybe some writings or whatever about, you know, the memories that are created this year. I am not going to New Orleans. No, 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 no. Not that I wouldn't like to. I have a lot of friends there. My dad lived in New Orleans for 50 years. And if you're ever at the Friendly Bar on the Mardi, don't forget to say hello to George. He's got a little he's got a little plaque right on the you know, little nameplate right on the edge of the bar closest to the window. Maybe sit in George's seat. That was George's seat, and when he passed away a few years ago, they memorialized his seat and put a little name tag, a little nameplate there. I don't know if that's something to brag about or not, but yeah, that's his legacy. His seat at the Friendly on the Mardi is memorialized. Go sit in George's seat and tell him that I said hello. That was my dad. I loved him greatly. And I miss him every day. Both of my dads. He was my dad, and then I have my stepdad, Al. We lost him just at, you know, in 2020. At the same time as we lost my brother-in-law, Chris. Both of them at the same time. It was awful. And our family, you know, hasn't completely bounced back from that. That was a big deal. You know. Anyway, if you're ever in New Orleans on the Mardi, stop at the Friendly Bar and sit in George's seat and tell him I said hi. All right, this is going to be the page flip. Should we decorate it a little bit? Should we use a little purple lace? Might be cute. Little crowning glory there. And I will use the Fabri-Tac for that. Ooh, the Fabri-Tac hasn't been used since before Christmas. It's being a little... Well, look at that. Am I using Fabri-Tac? Let's see if I can peel this off. Yuck. Ew. But it's not clogged. Thank goodness. All right, Fabri-Tac. We'll put this little crown here. That's going to stick out of my journal a lot. It's pretty big. Can we move it down any? All right. That works. And with these things, let's see what we're going to do with these. Do we need to put book page or anything down there? Probably not. Let's put us a king cake, a Mardi Gras mask, maybe a few little doubloons. How's that guy go? Like this? And I thought there were 3 of them. There's a green one, a gold one. Let's use this purple one. Oh, here it is. I found it. Purple one. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do it. Well, that'll do ya. King cake. Has anybody ever had a king cake? King cakes are pastries. I am not the biggest fan of them. They're not as dry as they used to. I think that they're making them a little more delicious than they used to be. It just used to be just like a sticky bun cake or something with baby Jesus baked inside. There's baby baked inside, and whoever, it's good luck to whoever gets the bite with the baby. Have you ever had a king cake? It is a very big thing. King cakes will be everywhere. Starting today. Today is like National King Cake Day or something. Or maybe not national, statewide. I don't know. But today's definitely King Cake Day. Let the king cakes begin. I'm not much of a pastry lover, so that one kind of escapes me. But, you know, it's a tradition, so let them eat cake. A little mask. Let them eat cake. All right, tell me if today's if January 6th is celebrated near where you are and how you celebrate it. King's Day, I don't know if it's the same as King's Day. I was in San Juan one year on a cruise on King's Day. Alexa, when is King's Day?
Martin Luther King Jr.
No,
Day
Alexa,
is
stop.
9 days.
Alexa, stop. When is All King's Day? Alexa, when is All King's Day in January?
Three Kings Day, also known as the Feast of the Epiphany, is on January 6th.
Okay.
It celebrates the day the three kings
Alexa,
arrived
stop.
to pay.
Okay, so that's today. When I was there at the castle, there were children lined up for miles and miles and miles. Parents with their children lined up at the castle, and they were giving out wrapped presents. The whole town shut down. There was nothing going on in that town that day except those kids lined up in front of that castle. It was a thing. All right. How do we like it? Cute? All right. That is going to be my memory. It's not a memory, but it's going to be my memory keeping page for my junk journal January prompt. Let me finish distressing the edges a little bit. Oh, I know. Oh, well, I can still do it. I wanted to give a little bit of a nod. No, let me take this off. I'll get a new one. I wanted to give a little bit of a nod to my Italian journal that I started today also. So I was going to do that by using the straw paper as a backer on something to write on. And I don't like this bright white anyway, so I don't want this to stay bright white. Let's give it a straw paper backer. Italian nod. I think probably in Italy they are celebrating Three Kings Day, the Feast of Epiphany. Okay. Alright, I did not get it all the way to the top, but it's okay because we are putting a hinge up there. And let's get rid of trim. I like this. I like it even more with the straw paper on the back. I think straw paper, in Italy, they use this straw paper like to wrap sandwiches and stuff. It's like a deli paper, although it's nothing like our deli paper. It's very porous, and I was excited to finally get some. It's Rachel sells it. Rachel at Roxy Creation. She does sell it, and it's not super expensive, but the shipping is. And lucky for me, fortunate for me, my very generous son bought me a paper pack of antique papers from Rachel for Christmas. And since that paper pack was already coming and the shipping was already being paid, we went ahead and placed the order for some of the straw paper, to get some of the straw paper at the same time. And thank you again, Rachel. I know you might not be watching this today, but I thank you again for doing that, combining the shipping. That really helped make the straw paper more affordable. I just couldn't see my way clear to pay all that shipping. Does anybody else have any special paper that is native to your area that the rest of us don't, you know, don't get to see or to use. I'd like to hear about it. This is perfect. It's perfect. I love the straw paper. It made this a nod to both of my journals that I started today. So that's a memory. I started 2 new journals today, 1 Cajun, Mardi Gras, and 1 Italian. Let me put a hinge. Oh. Do I use the same hinge? I could. I could just use the same hinge. It's already the right size. All right, we're almost finished. How long have we been at this? We've been at this for a few minutes. I don't want the video to get too long. So let's get finished up here. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and keeping me company in the art room. It makes it so much more fun not to be doing this alone. All right, so here, what do we do? Oh, all right, that happened. Oh. Okay. Confused me. I thought for a second that I did something upside down. Luckily, I did not. Let's get the distress thing out and distress a little bit so these don't look so hot off the press. I'm going to clip my corners a little bit too on my pages. These, just a tiny little snip so the corners don't look so pointy. I call this Racheling. I Rachel my corners. This is what Rachel at Roxy Creations does. I have a corner rounder over there somewhere, but it's just one more thing to try and keep on the desk. So when I'm rounding my corners, I just snip them like Rachel. And I always say either out loud or to myself, oh, I'm going to Rachel my corners. All right, do I want to put... I don't think I'm going to put gussets on my pockets, am I? No, I'll just make another section, another pocket if I end up with too much stuff. And art glitter glue for this. Pocket. Okay, again, I want to thank Meg at Meg Journals for the prompt. And I want to thank Carrie at Carrie the Paper Monkey for the thought and idea about making the tag today. I'm going to be making a lot of ephemera for Mardi Gras, but this one is not for my Mardi Gras journal. This one's just for me. I hope that you all will join me as we're making these 2 new journals. And would be fun if you want to journal along with and create a new journal yourself, 1 or more. And again, I invite you to share your pictures. If you don't have a channel, I invite you to share your pictures with us over on the Eclectic Cottage Cafe at any time. We welcome that. All right, I'm going to just put this in there for right now. Because it's a pocket. And there you go. Where's my journal? You put the pages back in my journal. I like to keep my pages loose and not stitch them in until I'm a little further along in a journal. It makes it easier to me, it makes it easier to work with the pages and, you know, to add things in, take things out as you go. All right, here she is. She's getting a little chunky, and our crown is very large. And that's okay. I like it like that. All right, I won't put that in there. Thank you all for joining me today. And again, leave a comment if you would. Hit that like button and join me again, because I am going to see you again real soon. Have a good night.